welcome to a pregame chat with the boys at the content table. I've got my boy Coom here. He's holding his shovel. We'll get to that in a minute. I got young Chris here, as always, the producer of topics at The Nation Dan. Tonight, the Oilers wrap up their final road trip against the Minnesota Wild, and we're going to have a little discussion. We got 10 minutes of topics. We're going to have a little chat. We're going to recap our weekend in Calgary. We're going to talk about all the shenanigans, all the fun, and why the fuck Cam is holding this shovel. Mm-hmm. Bear Snake's in already. Fat Dad's in the chat. He is on top of the shovel business. So, Dan, let's lead it off. What's first topic?
Well, first topic is going to be actually that. We're going to recap Saturday's events, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming Saturday's events that we have going forward. So how is everybody feeling after this past Saturday?
I'm actually really tired. I got 8 hours of sleep last night, but I ate chocolate for like heavy amounts of chocolate for 4 days straight, and it caught up to me today.
Do you know you're not supposed to eat chocolate before bed because it could induce nightmares?
Really? Didn't have any nightmares last night.
Also, if you're a dog, not supposed to eat chocolate.
Chris, are you a dog?
No, but I agree with that. I've heard that.
Coom, tell us about your weekend and why you're holding that shovel.
This was a trophy that I found at the Saddle Dome, allegedly. I'm not going to incriminate myself on video and say that I stole it, but I took it from the Saddle Dome. It just felt like a necessary thing to do. I know that Flames fans want the new stadium, and I thought that I could push the case over the top if they didn't have a shovel anymore. And somebody upper management was like, yo, where's our shovel? And then they ultimately decided, okay, let's build a new stadium.
Yes, allegedly.
What if the Flames are watching this right now, and they're like,
there's our shovel.
And they send us a Twitter DM demanding back. What if?
This shovel was allegedly theirs.
Yes, allegedly.
They can come and take the shovel from our cold, dead hands. You hear me?
I'll be buried with this shovel.
I would like to see that.
I would like, we'll bury you with the shovel and then make a little grave on top and bury the shovel on top.
How about the bus ride down, Dan? How'd you feel about the bus ride down?
Buddy, it was a good time. We got the tunes going. We had all the Nation fans on the bus. We had a great time with everybody that came out. Shout out to everyone that did show up and participate.
Everybody was shit-faced before we even got to Red Deer.
Yeah, you may know that if you saw our quick hit video on the bus on Friday.
If you didn't see our Nation chat with Tom Gazzola from Saturday, you should watch it because I don't remember what we said. I was probably 4 or 5, 6 beers deep at that point.
Yes, and that was before the night really started, so that's impressive on our part.
Coom? What do you think?
I think I was at my drunkest at about noon. And then I kind of slowly.
Bus left at 11:30 a.m. So that's good.
I got in really fast. I was at Brandon, quickly, and I am still hungover today. This is the first time in my life. I'm 24 years old that I've dealt with a second day hangover. I was hungover yesterday. I'm hungover again today.
It doesn't get any better.
And I'm eating Hall's lozenges to help deal with my hangover.
Needless to say, it was a good trip. I mean, unfortunately, the team couldn't help us out with the win, but we had a lot of fun with a lot of cool people. And like Fat Dad just said in the chat, the burger in Red Deer was delicious.
Okay, that was actually probably the best thing I ate all weekend.
Well,
besides my Easter dinner yesterday. Yeah, we only had 2 things.
What else did you eat? The Chinese food was better.
No,
the Chinese food was phenomenal.
The Singapore Sam's.
We ended up at Singapore Sam's at around 1 in the morning.
Chinese food was good. The experience at Singapore Sam's was top notch. They were blasting music, and usually the party dies at the end on your last meal. But it was alive and well.
Essentially, they gave everybody, well, not essentially, they did give everybody in the restaurant plastic chopsticks, and we used them to put the beat down. And Cam, how many sets of chopsticks did you allegedly break?
I went through a full other table set of chopsticks, so I think I broke about, and that was like an 8-person table, so I broke 20 chopsticks, and it was just...
There was a lot of beats going down. Our table had excellent rhythm. Anything else from the weekend? Anybody?
What impressed me about Singapore Sam's is we left at 2:30ish, the restaurant, and people were still piling in. They're open till 4 or something.
It was a great vibe in there. Want to thank everybody at Backside Tours.
Oh, I have another thing.
The Pint Calgary, all the people that came, everybody else that was there. We had a great weekend. Awesome. Can't wait to do it again. You're going to want to be on it when we do this again because that was a good fucking time.
Yep.
Chris, what was the last thing you wanted to say?
Rexall Place is like 10 times nicer than the Saddle Dome.
Yeah, fuck
The
yeah.
Saddle Dome is the worst building I've ever been in my life.
I've never been there either, and it was garbage.
Yeah, I hope the Flames will pay for a new arena because the people of Calgary,
Deserve
as
it.
much as we love to hate on you, you deserve a new arena.
It makes me feel like that GIF by I Suck at Picking should come to fruition where they actually bring Rexall down to Calgary because, like you just said,
I
Saddle
agree.
Dome is garbage. And now they are allegedly shovelless.
That was the only shovel the Saddle Dome had.
Now there's a guy allegedly probably going outside to do some shoveling, and allegedly he couldn't find a shovel.
And he's
Allegedly.
fired. He got fired today.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Dan, what's next?
Just a quick topic talking about the Sedin twins and their retirement today. We'll be saying goodbye to them on Saturday for our 10th anniversary party. But yeah, anybody have any good memories of the Sedin twins?
I had a good time watching them lose in Game 7 of the 2011 Cup Finals. That was really entertaining.
Nice.
My
That's probably my
highlight.
biggest Sedin memory by far.
Hey, you can't show the TV. No, you can't. But the Sedins are on TV right now.
My highlight from the Sedins has to be that commercial they did, where they were Swedish twins.
They
and
were Swedish twins in the commercial, or they are in real life?
Well, both. And then they came in and they danced for a room full of poker playing gentlemen.
Yeah.
Highlight?
Yeah, it was a pretty solid part of their career. I think for their career, one of the big highlights was just the two of them doing everything together. I think it's a really funny,
That creeped
funny
me out.
dynamic. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
creepy. It's a good dynamic though. It's something that you don't see a lot of players retire with the team that they started with, and credit to them for sticking around. I'm interested to see if Vancouver fans will be upset that they got nothing from the Sedins, from a trade of the Sedins this year, to just go out in a blaze of fire here as a Canuck. But yeah,
You
Shout out
really
to
get
the
sick of
Frederick.
each other?
I would get sick.
I get sick of you guys, and these guys. They don't live with each other, but
I assume
do
they have
everything.
bunk beds
They probably have bunk beds.
and matching onesies.
They've done everything together for like 4 years.
4? All right.
They just met 4 years ago.
I said 40.
They're not 40.
I know. That's
all right.
What's
And
next?
for tonight, tonight's matchup is the Minnesota Wild. So first things first, we got to talk about some injury troubles. They have Suter and Spurgeon both out, and we have Nugent Benning.
Not Sutter?
Sutter, Suter,
Tomato, tomato.
bananas, apples.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. What do we think of tonight's games, boys?
Well, the last 4 games I've guessed a 4-3 win for Edmonton, and none of them have come true. So I'm gonna say 4-3 win for Edmonton tonight. I think I don't think Minnesota can handle the big points that are about to come to them.
Especially with Suter, not Sutter out. Dan?
I
Sutter,
fucking
too.
hate the Minnesota Wild. I don't think there's a team in this league that I hate watching the Oilers play more than the Minnesota Wild.
It goes back to the, what's his name days?
Jacques Lemaire days.
Jacques Lemaire days, where they played that boring trap style. Marion Gaborik was lighting the Oilers up. And they played like 8 times a year or something
They always
stupid
had.
like that.
They would always have someone like Jim Dowd. Andrew Burnett would score a goal, and some Wes Walls or some shit like that.
Oh,
That
Wes
kind of
Walls.
team.
And you know what? He was a Flame too, so
Yep. So yeah,
fuck Wes
it's-
Walls.
It's hard to shake the Minnesota Wild out of my head for bad memories, but I say, and unfortunately, I say tonight it's gonna be a 3-1 win for Minnesota.
Do you think Talbot will allow 3 goals and 7 shots like he did on Saturday night?
Well, I don't think Talbot's gonna have to worry about shutting down any things tonight. I don't know of any good spots in Minnesota to go to the night before.
Allegedly.
So yeah, I think Talbot will be better, but I still think Minnesota's just gonna fucking lay another nightmare down for us.
Chris, you said a 4-3 win.
Yeah,
How many McPoints?
3 again.
3 McPoints.
It'll come sooner or later.
You're gonna be-
You'll get
Mathematically,
3 big points sooner or later.
math would dictate you will be right at some point. Kuhn, what are you expecting?
I predict the Minnesota Wild players will look like giant cans of Mountain Dew on the ice.
See, that's offensive to Mountain Dew.
They always look like Mountain Dew.
It's offensive to Mountain Dew. That looks more like some weird swamp water. How dare you slander Mountain Dew?
I would suggest the others are going to win 2-1. McDavid scores both the goals. Bang.
I like that. Danger Dan, you said 3-1. How many McPoints?
I said 3-1 Minnesota, so I think 1 point for McPoints.
I'm going to stick with my usual 4-2 Oilers win. 4 McPoints. He's going to do it all. He's going to be pissed off about what happened in Calgary. Actually, you know what? And I also said in the GDB, because I wrote it today, that Lucic is going to get his first 2-goal game of the season.
No.
He has 1 goal in his last 42 games.
That's
he was
why.
flying around he was flying around Calgary, high energy.
That's what I'm saying.
Someone needs to. If you're Milan Lucic's teammate, don't you want to like rattle him, get him fired up before the game or something?
Like lock him in a cage and start poking him.
Seriously, like he needs to get hit or he needs to get punched in the face for him to do
We
well.
should
So I'd go punch him in the face and wow. Just
start a
get out of the way.
Kickstarter
Yes.
to build a Lucic-sized cage that he gets locked in, and then the boys poke him with a stick before the game starts.
Yes.
Right? It works with fighting dogs, right, Dan?
Yeah, I guess allegedly it works with fighting dogs. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if I
would
want to agree
Hey,
with that one. That fast.
the Canucks have a whole bunch of free cap space next year. And maybe they'll spend it on like an 8-year deal for Tyler Bozak in free agency. Maybe they'll spend it on acquiring Milan Lucic from the Oilers, local kid.
Wouldn't it be nice? A homecoming story?
Yeah, I mean, that's where he always wanted to play, I imagine. So
All right, we're over the 10 minutes. Anything else? Last words.
I'm working today. I'm trying to track down my Zenny optical glasses order that was apparently shipped to me on Friday. or
Apparently
Thursday.
delivered, no less.
Delivered on Thursday. Nowhere to be found. So wish me luck.
Dan, last words.
My legs have been cut open 3 times today via dry skin, so I'm hoping to survive the day without too much blood loss. That's what my day is going to look forward to. And also shout out to Gabby 964 who says that Anaheim is her least favorite team for the Oilers to have to watch.
Well, I mean, I think we're just going to end it off with my boy Coom with his shovel. See you later.